Hello everyone, welcome back to another Media Watch. Media Watch hemi initiative blo Media Association of Solomon Islands. And of course, me fala happy for come back stop with me fala mo lo this fala program me for this fala week. As usual, me host and moderator blo yumi lo Media Watch Gina Kekea and lo hiya ba mi livi mo kata panelist blo yumi for kata introduce mo kata seleva come for yumi lo program today. And so for the introduction, let me start with you. Yeah, if you can introduce yourself to our viewers. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. I'm Philip Lilomo. I work 2-3 years as a sports journalist before me call current role me as a media and communications officer of Chamber of Commerce. And me too current chairman of Sports Journalist Association of Solomon Islands, where me recently launched in last week.
Thank you, Philip.
Nemblo mi Carlos Arwafu, mi sports journalist below Solomon Star.
Thank you, Carlos. So Carlos Arwafu there, I'm a sports journalist for Solomon Star. And you?
Mi nemblo mi Taromane Martin, mi sports editor below Island Sun News. I'm not current role below me with them paper this time.
Thank you, Taromane Martin, sports editor below Island Sun, and then
Hello, Gina. Me Peter Zolovicki Jr. Me sports journalist for Island Sun newspaper.
Thank you, Thomas. So there you go, kata viewers. Hamna imi here mo kata introduce mo kata seleba kata panelist play me for today. Lo this for a week, me for la bring come kata sports journalist play me now inside the program. Where supposed to follow come Media Association of Solomon Islands. You've been looking that the Solomon Islands Sports Journalist Association have just recently formed, where he now come under chairmanship lo Philip Lilomo, who have also one for the board member lo MASI. Now, let me start with you, Philip, first time before you may come for the other panelists, especially with information below Sports Journalist Association. Some fala might make some fala comments but say, hey, one more Sports Journalist Association, yeah, Masi lo there, then Sports Journalist more. For you, Save Sharon come for what the viewers claim a little bit why the formation of the Sports Journalist Association and the importance of it.
Thank you too much, Gina. I think for simply putting Sports Journalist Association of Solomon Islands, and mainly for representing interest about the sports journalists bring law country, local sports journalists. We follow law association, but we follow focus now law collaboration with them local media and sports stakeholders bring for building up na confidence and capacity of local journalists bring especially towards this 2023 Pacific Games where we hosting our country bring for the first time. So main focus from me for building capacity below local sports journalists below you. As you look around the table this time, I'm no more active sports journalists below the country this time. Not follow lawyer with the one follow SIBC where I'm not joining me today. So association by encouraging to or where interest of the sports journalism or some career blockade or where school or students below me law journalism schools below me law. USB and senior where you will come back and you will interest for the sports journalism and association for him and say for promoting the profession of sports journalist and for building to capacity of the sports journalist as we look forward for 2023. And if me like adding more around the table this time around the table and so many years of experience now lawyer where we will cover Pacific Games since 2011 come. Lo New Caledonia and some other two local journalists where before we follow remote games we follow first hand experience the amount of media coverage we have required during this games biggest sporting event in the region Pacific Games and for the first time by me hosting lo Honiara. So while the athletes believe me ready for compete you me or the media man too need for ready me level for welcome to journalists from around the region by 200-300 na come
in a small number usually go back to the events
so from experience when me follow the games me follow survey that I'm like for hosting for covering all the games so me follow like make him or the visiting journalists me come you me 2023 or got a worthwhile experience too for that they can go back home so talk about time for covering games to Honiara. And baru good to mas na same sa athletes, sa team managers, and the sporting delegates will come.
Thank you, Thomas Philip. That explains why the need for sports journalists or also establishing over the Seleva and coming from the MASI board. MASI may also encourage him to other the small groups inside law professions or expertise inside the media industry for the form on groups blogata, because only by having this sort of small groupings or settings, Baba are able for capture what the needing and also ogata save help them ogot seleba for identifying the gaps where ogata need him, especially lo waka blogata. So I think must congratulate you first time sports journalists for this fala establishment. Now coming back to you fala kata panelist, interest a little bit for Herem story blo you fala, especially Carlos Misave. You've been waka inside sports reporting for quite a while, and Philip mentioned him since 2011. Some follow been got an experience for covering Pacific Games, and you by in 1.5 years or so more, you by covering games too, yeah. You someone where you come and finish games. What now also you anticipate him? What may happen, especially for you or some senior reporter, especially low sports.
Yeah, I think I'm a big event, yeah, especially for media blow Solomon Islands with them a small group no more. By big work a little bit for me, wala. Excuse. A small group for move around with 24 sports involved there. I need for me to step them up, and I think for the organizations, media organizations, don't follow for really look serious to inside for at least increasing little bit number or help around this media coverage for Pacific Games. But really, I'm a big worker for especially for sports journalism during that whole time.
And for you, Martin, recently, I think the Pacific Mini Games that you've been covering, where was it? Samoa?
2019.
2019. Okay. And Hana experience blue, even though in mini games. I'm also follow what if I'll expect him as journalists going out to another country and trying to file stories, come back the newsrooms play fala and follow my expectation, or you go casting there, then man, challenging a little bit, or what can you say about the experience covering the Pacific mini games?
Oh yeah, coverage law Pacific Games I'm good. We will go 2019, but I think by one fala biggest challenge for Yumina, I think by side law, him sa provide him good media center for the journalists to welcome. I think law other countries hem law there, but spaces hem no mas good. So I think hem na one of the biggest challenge for Yumi when we looking Yumi should walk towards him. Hem na from Pacific Games, yeah. But became a little bit challenging too for kind one man kawam. So by I think I need him work together from everyone, collection, work together for sabi produce him na amount of data where about other journalists but I need him to the same time in Pacific Games. I know all about Solomon Island no out na countries compete. So but you have to provide him with the data block accurate. I'm not by biggest challenge. But if I miss by and make him life hard for the journalist too. So I think by that one, I'm not a little bit looking at the past experiences, you know. I know, Mrs.
And for you, Philip, you like comment?
I think like add go normal experience of covering Pacific Games for media workers, because you miss media man, you current deadlines, yeah. You may go out covering games, especially if you go to another country and you go covering games, but bosses blame me or editors blame me or office or sit down no man, demand you come stories, not like stories filed by this time, not expecting photos of them. But what happened on the ground during these games now, this sort of venues have scattered, yeah. So media booth one place no more. So you go around the venue, then you have to come back to media booth more for write up and filing stories. Sometimes internet band slow, so you know got internet coverage low. The venues here. So him no whole big challenge too. For cover the games, venues have scattered, and you got only one for media booth no more, and internet connection or Wi-Fi lot venues him no mas good too, so you cannot file him stories below there. So I think
Internet coverage.
for fala colleague no I'm now a big challenge and for me fala sem Solomon Island sports journalist one fala something me fala really like look forward towards 2023 na building capacity blow at local journalists play me because at original journalists will come in yet by standard by the lebet no same yeah so you mean like make sure no more that time what friends blame me pas we come but you mean local journalists blame me you mean have to stand that too you must meet him too at the level of coverage we will produce you more but most important something na you may give him what well experience what current internet friendly environment every venue so filing stories blog at making deadlines for time to go back to country blog at so one island same best passing games na in terms of media coverage.
True. That one is very true to us. Usually for media personal time you go out overseas or something. Before we come to you, Peter, any of you others way for like go cover more the games yeah. Like for this whole time we may look in the preparation blow government blow you yeah. Garamota committee have set up media committee block to set up, especially made up for the officials from of the officials inside the government ministry. You follow go out low other Pacific games. Lot of other countries where you follow go as journalists on the ground for cover more stories. Were there any support at all when come to you follow from the government side or the other side? Waka you follow or even from the media associations there for helping you follow coverage you follow sports. You were mentioning that media booths have scattered or kind of same. But apart from that, the coordination, help me for survey when we fall go, when we fall not go, kind of same. Were there clear guidelines or indications were there for supporting you follow what you follow?
Okay, I think when we starting with one question, then back to our colleagues here, try for feeling come. I think for me, Selevan, we cover to follow Pacific Games, one follow to follow mini games lo 2017 and first Pacific Games lo Minalo 2015 PNG. From experience, I think we by confidently tell me organization lo media professionals who covering games lo to follow games everyone and barwa good. We follow take them what the passes we follow in time. Example lo Vanuatu mi follow land airport no media liaison blog ata iti mi follow airport na outside mi follow arrive with the passes take mi follow lo games venue and then mi follow kasi mo different venues yet mi follow sa wena for go and wena for mi follow no go kind of same so from experience no more but me sa confident talent that what Villa 2007 and what must be 2015 was a good experience.
Okay. Kalau sila contribute or no more? Okay, so coming back to you, Peter. Peter, you've been following the sporting activities lo Yumilo solo. Now that you're heading towards 2023, you must have it that last year, COVID dem little bit affecting more of the sports too, yeah. How I'm like for you preparing, or not only preparing, but also following the sporting bodies lo coverage lo you for news, especially lo this time. Probably last year, not so much so because of COVID, but now this time when we go forward, do you see a pickup lot sporting activities or I'm still same yet? Before soccer all over no more or what never is obviously?
Yes, thank you, Gina. Ever since the pandemic happened last year, sports and bar affected sports, especially lot activities, and everything seems to die down now. But slowly this year, every federation will start for pick up comeback, as you stated, and slowly it start for management's blotter try for rolling out programs. So I'm start pick up comeback. So I'm start comeback law normal pace blame where should be like and when time you ask go then but giving come out activities lo there, programs lo there, but look forward fame. So by make them a little bit easier for look for doing more coverage from what federations do.
Okay. So you forget them Hana him like when it comes to your relationship with the federations. Got a good relationship with the Mogota federations?
Yes, that one main important something creating link with him and sources blue you must main with your each federation blota what you like find him out and close relationship with him.
Okay, coming back to you, Martin. When it comes to sports news, sports every time have a back page lo paper, yeah. Currently, how many number of pages now if all allocated for lo sports lo island sa?
Oh, Island we will allocate him 3 for pages, bike page inside after bike page, then page 14 we will usually allocate him for every photos because past experiences we will find him that you go shoot photo full day but you come back while photo no out so him no mas good yeah him no must give him justice for tanaraman we play so him never give him 3 pages for sports him come no good him go for at
Okay, what's it for you follow Solomon style when it comes to the number of pages allocated for sports news?
2 pages for local sports. They are not at all for regional and international sports.
I'm enough. You don't think I'm enough? The allocated spaces for sports news.
I mean from fala bis we will put him 3 page mi fala prioritize him local sports yeah? So I'm depend lo paper because sa page go follow put him regional but him follow give yeah we will give him na lo local yeah because same every international yeah by everyone this time technology no
Everyone online
yeah.
naman.
Unless him relate regional and relate Cabral Solomon him na by mi fala put him go in go lot page. Thank you.
Okay, coming back. Philip, you like for are there many comments, especially when it comes to the allocation of sports or the coverage of sports news play in the country?
I think when we add come normal for clarify na earlier statement below you where you kasi mo pita you say so call when naman. I think was sport coverage below with local media yeah hem depend number 2 lo active in the sporting federations yeah start a lot small sporting federations below me or no active. So minimum to garan no activities so I'm not give valna options for one na mi fala cover. But some people say yeah soccer when more bike page or rugby but to follow most active federations believe me na and soccer say misabi number 1 sport believe me and audience below you will mainstream media and not soccer followers na if you put your headline or there about soccer it sells yeah so and apart from that being a number 1 sport, everyone around the table, every passionate soccer followers too. Tapi kalau kamu game, no about the job, but about passion lo before selebat too. So yeah, I think that one na follow clear everyone na question lo why na soccer lo why. Soccer na od karem active federation, od karem regular sporting events. So for balancing now sports depend on for sporting federation too. If you
once you active, but you appear all over paper or even if you got a good PR with him. Media kind of thing, yeah. Some fala sporting bodies, so got like for one, but I think I got not even saving how to, yeah, to approach the media or probably got like using social media no maybe, but them upload the sporting bodies na.
Yeah, then number lo reporters lo newsroom web coverage sports number 2 balance and got 2 fellas almost 1 fella no even SIBC but 1 fella full time sports reporter too so they cannot be everywhere at once so if you sporting federation where you got an activity or you got any stories you like tell them so approach him the newsroom or say if I got feature or say if I like feature him or kind of say
prior planning or some help yeah
because the sport
no one time no more income no more say oh you must come this time you know got no one this time. But you lo nara income at lo field or lo east side commit cover many sporting activity or lo office income so nara something here kind of thing. So prior planning is important for you.
Stuck out as sporting activities or go ahead to or the provincial headquarters will me or rural areas but then come back more resources. Or the media outlets believe me no got resources too for sending more sport reporters believe me go provinces. In the case of almost if it's in Carlos go province, no local sports lawan yaran. So no challenges where local sports journalists believe facing on a daily basis.
Pitay comment.
Yes. About regarding go back malo bisa set up association with sports journalism. Garam this time just recently where these ministries were set up not integrated ministry of government ota been lies with him too ota national federation so ot been talam keen interest for through communication but come through to lo this association so maybe sports journalism by work together with government and not national federation for more coverage matulo, especially for closing link up with the federation also.
And also Padlo Association too, we follow plan for them trainings, basic trainings for the local sports reporters blimi. And then opportunity too for the sporting federations. If you want to get media officers or somebody who have deal with the media or handle media affairs for individual federations, but the most welcome for come member association and also attending to trainings from fellow journalists there for some to simple something or creating Facebook page, updating stories on Facebook page bloketa where him by providing source for me follow sports journalist take information on that too kind of.
Martin?
By just talk lo relationship between media with the federation. Some colleague and talem him important, but while him important too much, him take him too na for things him work out. So kasi mi fala dialogue lo malo sa stories lo malo where other people on Facebook or the comment or the no sabe that background work mi fala doing finish mi fala send them or ignore them no or no respond kami. So time fal put him out or sa cross. But as we see him taken two na for things him go. So it's important that if media have approached him, you must respond come.
Or even a no comment is a
Yeah.
response. I mean, for media, na or that you ask for you comment, but you no comment. That one I'm respond. I'm like you no comment. So that's in itself is an indication of a comment. I think recently, na kita a little bit one for the issue we have covered where some will say too that have one side, yeah. You get them feedback on that one?
Yeah, most feedback on that one, especially social media. But as colleague Liam stating, we have doing many attempts finished to forget them comments from another side of the story too. But also on Facebook, by seen many emails sent, nothing respond so we have to go with the story and look him if credible source to that one. We have to go with him.
True. Yes.
I think point lo there na. I mean that if you people you problem or the kind of offices also, you must be answerable na. Basically, public office. You cannot ignore them na. I want to give you opportunity for talk. So I think
Thank you, Martin. You being the sports editor of Island Sun, so I'm sure you've done your work well. And for you, Carlos, especially, you still have a newsroom for sports. Yeah, how do you manage to do it? Then you follow office, but far away too, yeah.
Yeah, I think big challenge too much for cover up any kind of sports activities where I'm happening around the town. So most of the time, we just go attending one fala, cover one event no more. Then other ones, when we have to wait for results, then doing write up him and so. So I'm easy for pick out which one now I'm active. Also, story about today. I think I'm looking at some football no more with them rugby no more. So I'm easy for say go to fala. Then other ones, but just look, especially social media na I'm help out to much lot at all. But
Okay. Do you have especially when it comes to what the stories from province, like people themselves they inbox you follow or Facebook page or whatever for highlighting what stories look at too when it comes to coverage of provinces, or probably a province not really savvy how to use it, or do you get much inboxes from Watalo province regarding motorsporting activities or one in Blogata?
yes, I think social media too I'm help to much lot that one. Yeah. This time the provinces Staka sport news come from so that people start to get used to using social media and uploading or whatever sport events block them and if I got them 2 to 3 reporters we follow upload provinces or that too say help me follow for doing sport coverage lot provinces then send them come news.
Speaking in time follow SIBC usually for sports news some people come drop them sports news but write him no not type them can write in the paper no come drop them front no desk and then sports news na usually the what right come from North Malay come or sa farawe kam lo province ta mot aral kam no ship o kata writing mot story blog kata lo paper tu then o kata karam kam for atan bat pasya yet na hem sports reporters I think what everyone like him for here always reading sports news blog kata. But anyways, Philip, for the Sports Journalists Association, what na plans beli fala now that you fala set up now, got a chairperson in place, association in place, a constitution in place. What's next?
Thank you, Gina. Si Kalem, we will set up constitution on there. I think immediate plan na this time for come with them 12-month work plan. So we follow in discussion with them now Olympic Ocean and National Olympic Committee where I would like support them now. Capacity development for local sport reporters believe me. So immediate priority this time now for come up with a work plan for the next 12 months and also for reach out to the stakeholders, both media and sporting federations, sports stakeholders, and let them sabi that we got an association lo here na mi fala got members mi fala or got no sports journalists no country and mi fala here for help promoting sport lo fala at the same time look for support lo kata tu pati him na main priority.
I think because of Casimir Carlos Pamiran lo table for final conclusion remarks naman or concluding remarks naman fala, what would be one thing you'd like to say to our viewers, especially lo topic of discussion being especially lo area where you fala wakalen lo sports.
Yeah, I think just for support lo public naman for towards the media, sports media. I think yung big challenge of sem you may finish sem number belum fala blood sports journalists ya small naman. So going towards Pacific Games 2023, need support by everyone, media, within the public, federations, and everyone.
Thank you, Carlos. And for you, Martin?
Me back. Just talk naman lo. Preparation really for 2023 Pacific Games naman. Comment lang because time they start, people masabi good about it. Me fala na pinsasabi ka follow me, follow hearing kami kan promises time 7 years away it. 5 years away, this time I'm 1.5 years away. So we hope come on by doing good. Part of them organizing for hosting na first event for the sportsmen and women. You know, to give him facility for kata to because kata the same yeah. After everything what doing for country, I think come on should support him good, host him good, then make him one for Pacific game for every Pacific Islanders. Remember.
Thank you. And Peter?
Yeah, me ba going line with him comment locals too. Encourage him to more especially with girls take him up sports journalism and nice job and then however you express yourself too if you do sport reporting yeah unlike general news and other stuff sports journalism and one for nice work too. So yeah, me encourage him and other keen scholars out there, if you like to get on sport, encourage me.
Thank you. And finally, for you, Philip, what would be your wrap-up comments for today?
I think finally, no me like on behalf of association believe me for sports journalists be like acknowledge what hardworking local sports journalists believe me. 3 follow na lo here program this evening, 1 follow less IBC. If you will good him no only for active sports journalists in the current country and like for Tagoli follow hard work despite the limited resources and the challenges, if will continue for inform audience believe me and the general public and country believe me too law events when happen with sports and association by being best blame for providing appropriate support for you follow as you may work towards 2023 Pacific Games and me understanding too National Hosting Authority got a separate committee blame too I deal with the media yeah. So association on behalf of members me look forward for work together with them and if you fall needing human capacity for falana lo ya already definition na. Think him no.
Thank you, Thomas Philip. And there you go, kata viewers play me, kata panelists play me inside lo media watch lo this follow week. Hemi Philip Lilomo, who hemi chairperson lo Solomon Island Sports Journalist Association, who hemi also board member of lo MASI. And then we have Carlos Arwafu, who hemi waka with him Solomon Star, some sports reporter. Taromane Martin, who hemi with team Island Sun, Osem sports editor, and then Peter Zoleveke Jr., who hemi also with team Island Sun as a sports reporter. And of course, me moderator and host lo yumi lo this wala program Media Watch Gina Kekia. This wala program Media Watch hemi initiative lo Media Association of Solomon Islands. And we follow thank you me follow panelists to come on program today. Wishing you follow all the best, lo whatever you follow doing. And of course, MASI, and me supporting Sports Journalist Association, where you me too, and me follow look forward for you me Holem, especially for the 2023 games. We'll be here supporting you guys, so you follow no sorry too much. So until next time, thank you for watching.